Over the weekend, the people of Arondizuogu in Idato North local government area of Imo State celebrated the Ikeji, one of Africa's most popular, most colorful festival. For the last 5 years, I have always attended this great festival, but this year's one seems different. Different in the sense that I noticed something I ordinarily wouldn't have noticed if I had made prior arrangements before coming for the event. But because it has never been an issue in the past, I never envisioned it would be this time. We left Enugu for Arondizuogu on Thursday, the 24th of April 2025. But due to the closure of Okigwe-Nnewi Road, we drove through Okwele, Dikenafai, Isekinesi, Ntueke, Uluala, Osina, Akokwa Road before linking to Arondizuogu, which was longer and some part of the road was in a terrible state. As a matter of fact, it beats my imagination why all the roads leading in and out of Arondizuogu are in a terrible state. I hope the government of Imo State look into this. Arondizuogu is supposed to be a model community and a top destination for cultural tourism, just like Uida in Benin Republic that celebrates the Voodoo Festival. At this age and time, we should know the importance of preserving and celebrating our heritage, not just for our own consumption, but also for the consumption of the world at large. Before we continue, I want to point out that this video is not really about the Ikeji festival, but about the challenges we face attending the festival. The video highlight of the 2025 Ikeji festival will be in another video, so if you are yet to subscribe to the channel, kindly do so and don't forget to share and give us a thumbs up. On getting to Arondizuogu, I noticed that everywhere was still calm as much people were yet to come out. For those who are familiar with Ikeji festival, at this time most people were still in their various homes and villages performing the festival rituals, pending when the people will start coming out to the village arena. First thing first, before joining others for the festival, we needed to first get a place to settle down. We drove around the community looking for a hotel to lodge, but unfortunately, all the hotels in the community were fully booked. But I think if I say all, it might mean that there were many hotels in the community. So let me put it this way. The few hotels that are in the community were all fully booked, so we had to drive back to Akokwa but still could not find a place to lodge. Although there were still not many hotels at Akokwa, but at least we checked out all the 6 hotels in the community and they were all fully booked. While we were looking for a place to lodge, we met this guy who took it upon himself to take us around. Before he left, he told us that the hotel he was taking us to at that point was the last hotel in the community, and if peradventure they did not have any room, that means we have to go out of town, preferably to Osina or Umuchu in Anambra State, as both are the closest community to Akokwa. It was already late and I was really exhausted and just needed to freshen up and rest. We checked out the hotel, and luckily for us, they said they still have two rooms, one for 15,000 naira and the other for 30,000 naira. I told the receptionist to show me the rooms, and sincerely I was disappointed. The truth is that if I wasn't desperate, there was no way I would have stayed in that place for such amount of money. But like the saying goes, Aflo Camel, Eme careful. After seeing the rooms, I had to go for the one of 15,000 naira, which on a normal day was not supposed to be up to 4,000 naira. After checking into the hotel, it was almost 9 p.m. and there was no way we could go back to Arondizuogu that night. The next day, we checked out of the hotel and continued our search for a better place, and still could not find any. We had to go back to Arondizuogu for what we came for, and after the festival, we went back to the hotel we lodged earlier. Since we could not find any better place, there was nothing we could do, but sadly, when we got to the hotel, it was already booked. Since we weren't able to secure any accommodation at the hotel, the only thing left for us to do is to either go to Osina or Umuchu, which are the neighboring communities to Akokwa. So we left Akokwa that night to Osina, but there wasn't any hotel in the community at all. After a long search, to no avail, we headed to the next community, which is Uluala, where we eventually saw one, but unfortunately there was no light when we arrived and there was no network. But at least we have a place to keep our head for the night. The hotel was nice, the rooms was okay, and the price was 20,000 naira. The only problem was that there was no light and there was no network at the hotel, and it was also very far from Arondizuogu. After passing the night at the hotel, we had to check out the next morning. We made a stop at some of the hotels that asked us to come back the next day to see if there were vacancy, but still nothing. The initial intention was to stay till Tuesday the 29th, but with all the stress of looking for accommodation, I decided to leave on Sunday the 27th. I thought of going back to Luala after the Saturday event, but my mind wasn't too settled. So we went back to Akokwa again to see if anyone has lodged out. This time around, we weren't alone. There was some group of friends that needed accommodation, and they were 14 in numbers and needed 7 rooms. The last hotel we checked out only had 2 available rooms. Although they came first, but since there were many, they asked us to take the rooms. Although one of the reasons why they say they couldn't take the rooms was because it wasn't up to the standard they wanted, so they asked us to check if we could manage the room. But what is there to like and not to like? The only thing I needed was a place to keep my head till the festival is over. After securing our accommodation, it was time to go back to Arondizuogu to enjoy the festival. Ikeji festival has always been a very colorful festival of music and dance, with elaborate masquerade displays, parade and traditional ceremonies. It is time for the people of Arondizuogu to put all the necessary things in place for the world to come and join in the celebration of this great festival. I think it's time for us to better package our festivals to make it more attractive to the outside world. One of the challenges facing cultural tourists and observers are accommodation. A lot of people are interested in coming to witness these great festivals, but the fear of being stranded sometimes makes them stay back. But with proper orientation, most of the celebrating communities can designate their properties and homes as vacation rentals during the festival seasons for tourists. After the festival on Saturday the 26th at Arondizuogu, we headed back to our hotel, and on Sunday the 27th we left for Enugu. The Ikeji festival still remains one of the most prominent and most colorful festivals in Africa, Nigeria, and particularly among the Igbo people of southeastern Nigeria. If you have never attended this great festival before, do well to put it on your bucket list. See you some other time.